Unexpected characteristics of a Sigma male. In this video, we'll talk about the Sigma male and the things about his personality that make him special. Most of what pop culture says about what it means to be a man is based on archetypes. Archetypes can be thought of as summaries of personality and behavior that help us understand the world around us. Where does the Sigma male fit in if the alpha male is the leader archetype and the beta male is the one who would rather follow than lead? What's a Sigma male? Here's what it means. Sigma male is a term for a successful, charming, quiet, emotionally intelligent, and very independent man. The lone wolves are the Sigma males. They have many of the traits of alphas, but with a twist. Some might even say that this archetype is better than the alpha male because of the way its personality traits are put together. What makes a Sigma male a Sigma male? How much do you know about this style of being a man that is becoming more popular? 1. People call him the lone wolf. The Sigma male has the attitude of a lone wolf. He would rather be alone than with other people, and he usually does things his way. He doesn't care about what other people think. Instead, he follows his steady inner compass. And he's not trying to get people's attention or praise. He's just doing his own thing, but he's doing it so well that it's hard not to notice him. 2. He is very independent. He can depend on himself because he is very independent. This is not a man who thinks that doing housework only means taking out the trash and loading the dishwasher. A Sigma male is a man who can cook, clean, and take care of all of his responsibilities while making it look easy. In relationships, he's not looking for someone to mother him but an equal partner who is just as capable and self-reliant. 3. He's the daredevil. The male Sigma tends to move around a lot. Even though he likes the comforts of home, he also likes to try new things. He is brave and doesn't freak out when things go wrong. His heart is always looking for new information to learn. All of these things interest and intrigue the Sigma male: new points of view, new places, and different cultures. 4. He's a shy person. The Sigma male is shyer than the alpha male. He would rather be alone than in a big crowd, but he can easily fit in with any group. He needs time and space to think about himself and what life is all about. But don't think he's a brooder. He may be strong and quiet, but that doesn't mean he just sits around and pouts. Instead, he's happy to do his own thing and spend time with himself. He doesn't need the approval or stimulation of others. 5. He feels good in his skin. You might have noticed that Sigma men are very sure of themselves. This is because they are confident in themselves and, unlike alphas, don't need praise or approval from others. He's happy with who he is, and what's even better is that he knows who he is and what he's about. It comes out of him. It's not that he doesn't have the usual worries that people have. He just doesn't think too much about them and is happy with himself. 6. He affects others. Even though the Sigma male doesn't lead like the alpha male, he still has power over other people. He is often ahead of the curve without even trying. People want to be like him because he is so laid back and friendly. He makes other people feel good without even trying, or sometimes even realizing it. 7. He doesn't follow anyone else's rules. The number Sigma man has a reputation for being rebellious, but that means he is reacting to other people or events outside of himself. He isn't. The Sigma male doesn't care about society's rules and norms, so when he does something that isn't like what his peers do, he isn't rebelling. He is just being himself and making up his own rules for life. He might even seem happier. He doesn't follow anyone else's schedule but his own, and that makes his life better. 8. Male doesn't care what other people think about him. He doesn't care what other people think about him. The Sigma male is not a heartless person. He just doesn't decide what to do based on what other people would do. Instead, he follows his thoughts, feelings, and experiences and goes with what he feels is right. Because he's interested in learning, he'll do his research instead of relying on social media or YouTube videos to help him make decisions. 9. He knows how to handle his feelings. This lone wolf archetype is very emotionally smart and not at all insensitive. Since crowds and people aren't his things, he isn't always socially intelligent, but he is emotionally smart. He can tell what's going on in a room like no one else, and he's a good mediator because he instinctively knows what to say and do to calm things down. Even though he tries to stay out of trouble, he will stand up for other people and even try to calm things down when he can. The Sigma male is aware of what his partner needs in a relationship. The alpha male may fight for power in relationships, but the Sigma male doesn't have to do this. He knows that balance is important in all relationships and is sensitive enough to figure out how to take care of the people in his life without having to be told what they want or need. 10. He is very self-driven and motivated. Sigma males may not get the same respect from society as alpha males, but that doesn't mean they aren't just as driven. They may not care about climbing the corporate ladder to get a corner office or other key leadership positions, but that doesn't mean they don't work hard and reach their goals. The Sigma male is self-driven and wants to live up to his expectations. Even though his goals aren't typical, you can be sure that he's working hard to reach them, often in a quiet way behind the scenes. 11. He's done well. Since the Sigma male is self-motivated and driven, it's not too surprising that he's also successful in everything he does. He is often just as successful as the alpha male, even though he doesn't try to be better or compete with him. He works hard, plays hard, and has a good time with his life. 12. He doesn't want to make a promise. Even though the Sigma male is emotionally aware and often emotionally available, that doesn't mean he wants a long-term relationship. The Sigma male may keep things casual because he likes his own space and freedom. He might not want to settle down, but he'll tell you if that's the case because he's emotionally smart. He won't lie about it to get you to do what he wants. This doesn't mean that Sigma men never do anything wrong. They're just very picky about whom they choose to be with. If they do want a relationship, they will take their time to make sure the person they choose fits with how they live. 13. He has a lot of charm. The Sigma male's charm may be one of the first things you notice about him. It's not as obvious as the alpha male who likes to talk to everyone, but it's still there. The Sigma male is very attractive, and his emotional intelligence helps him get along well with other people. He might not follow all the rules, but he will still charm you. 14. He's a little bit of a mystery. Maybe it's because he doesn't want to commit or because he likes to be alone, but the Sigma male seems a little strange. The fact that he wants to be alone and think could give him an air of mystery and make him seem a little off limits, which would make him more desirable. Because he doesn't settle down quickly or even at all, he can seem like a puzzle to solve. Despite that, he's not trying to be mysterious. It's just a side effect of how sure he is of himself. 15. He listens well. While the alpha male takes over conversations and the beta male sits back and waits for his turn, the Sigma male has mastered the art of listening, really listening. He doesn't wait his turn to speak. He's not just reading between the lines, he's also listening to what you say. During that time, he gives you his full attention, which can make you feel like you're the only one in the room. Read Good Listeners, 7 Things They Do Differently for More. 16. He could be a leader, but he doesn't look for it. The Sigma male has all the qualities of a great leader, but he doesn't look for leadership or attention. He's more like the hero in the movie who is given a big job and steps up to the challenge. The Sigma male is more likely to lead by example, which means that he will take charge without even trying. He starts trends and affects other people, but he doesn't want to be in charge. He'd rather work with others and see everyone do well than stand out and get all the credit. 17. He values equality. This kind of man strongly believes in fairness. Even though he is often put on the social hierarchy at the same level as the alpha, he doesn't care about it. He doesn't judge people by how good they are or how bad they are. He's just not the type to do that. He treats others with the same respect and dignity he wants for himself. You won't find a Sigma male talking down to waiters or the people who take out his trash. 18. He is quick to change. The Sigma male can fit in with any group of people and seem at ease. It's not just because he likes being around people. He just knows how to change. He can tell what's going on in a room and whom he can get along with, and he makes it all look so easy. Adapting is easy, of course, when you don't care what other people think of you and instead trust your judgment. 19. He knows himself. One thing that makes Sigma males different from alpha and beta males is that they tend to be self-aware. He knows he's not perfect, but he doesn't make his flaws a part of his personality that you have to deal with if you want to be around him. He works on them, too. He is doing the deep inner work of owning his baggage, and he knows himself well enough to admit mistakes and apologize when necessary. It's just one more thing about him that makes him so appealing. 20. He keeps a small group of people around him. The lone wolf has a small group of close friends. He picks the people in his life with care, and that includes the friends he has. He looks for people who get along with him and make his life better. And he usually knows how to stay away from people who drain his energy or don't mind using or manipulating other people. Once he lets you into his inner circle, he will always be loyal to you for the rest of his life. He may choose whom he loves, but he loves deeply. He doesn't act like a bully. The Sigma male is not aggressive at all, which is very different from the alpha male. He can protect himself if he needs to, but he doesn't believe violence is the answer. He's good at calming things down by staying calm and talking it out, but he doesn't want to get into a piss-off with anyone. He's happy to compete with himself to reach a new personal best, but he doesn't want to show up, show out, or dominate anyone else in his life. He's just not made for that. 22. He's the real deal. The Sigma male isn't taking on a certain role. He is himself in every way. His honesty comes through in what he says and how he acts, and he's not trying to make you like him or be impressed by him. He's just sincere. You can depend on him and trust him because he doesn't try to trick you. He will tell you the truth, which you might like or dislike depending on what he says. 23. He's open-minded. This kind of guy has a very open mind. He doesn't care at all about what other people think. He is so understanding that he can easily see things from other people's points of view, even if they are different from his own. He won't try to get you to believe the same things he does, even though he's probably very good at it. He accepts you for who you are because he's paying attention and thinks that if he can do his thing, you can do yours, too. He's the kind of person who says, live and let live. This is one of the many great things about him. And no one is better at staying in his lane while still cheering you on in yours.